This is another in our series on cafe bike parking around Perth, showcasing how secure, convenient and great the parking generally is at lots of destinations. And today we're going to a place called Brucetown in North Fremantle. And I haven't been back here in some time, so I really don't have any good footage of bike parking here because essentially there is no bike parking. As you can see from this photo, I always had to just lean my bike up against a sign or anything in the area. There's a couple of cafes, dog friendly, generally good, but I just haven't been back for lots of reasons. Now, how do you get there? Well, there's a loop you can do around the river, and you essentially cross this bridge, which is slated for replacement at some time in the next couple of years, and hopefully they're going to replace it with a bridge which has a much wider path for active transport users, because this one's a bit of a shocker. It's lumpy and it's narrow. It's not as bad as the Gladesville Bridge, but you've got to be really careful you don't either smack your handlebars on a cyclist going the other way or on the posts on either side of you, because that could get ugly. Now, to get to this place, you get off the principal shared path route, and I thought I'd just stop here for a sec and show you this wall, because the dioramas, or whatever you want to call them here, seem to change on a regular basis. And it's this is one of the kind of main streets. I just wanted to show you the art that's all up and down that street, because I guess that gives you an idea of the kind of hippie vibe of the area. Now, on riding to the cafes on this particular day, I noticed there was a bike shop on the other side of the road I'd never seen before, so I popped over to have a look. And what really interested me is that they had these kind of casual Dutch bikes for sale out the front, and a number of them, you know, things with baskets and all the rest of it. So just shows, I think, how there's been a big shift in the market from 20 or 30 years ago. It was all drop bar racing bikes used by middle-aged guys in Lycra, and now there's this whole range of stuff on the market now. Now, as far as bike parking along here goes, it actually really sucks. And normally I would never ride on the footpath here because there's too much junk on the path. But there are a number of bike parking spots. I've got to say, it's still better than most areas around Sydney, but you know, by Perth standards, this is terrible. And obviously I'm going very slowly because there's A-frames and signs and chairs and stuff just all over the place. It's a real mess. Normally I'll be on the road, and the road's really quiet, so it doesn't matter. This was the dog-friendly cafe where the owners tied their dog up outside, and I had to sit out there and comfort it. But yeah, that's not a bad place. It does good coffee. Then there's this other place next door, Brucetown. You can see there's zero bike parking along here, which is kind of strange, because you'd think cafes would be an ideal spot for it. But no, you just find somewhere to lean your bike up against and off you go. And I haven't been back here much at all lately because of diet change reasons and that kind of thing. Not because I don't like it. It's actually not a bad spot. Now, it's just around the corner from the shared path. So I just thought I'd show you that little strip, and then you go up this nice quiet street where all the hippies live, and we're back on the principal shared path route, which takes you between Fremantle and Perth. And I'm going to do another video shortly on where they're planning on extending the shared path through this area, because the local residents are up in arms about the proposed route it's going to take, and are not happy with it, and I want to see where it's going. But we're now back on the path. Anyway, just another view of this horrible narrow bridge. I just wanted to show you a whole bunch of cyclists going past of different flavours, essentially. So, yeah, North Fremantle, nice little cafes, good coffee, food's quite good. If you like that kind of funky cafe, that that kind of hippie bohemian environment, if you don't like the kind of sterile glass and concrete and stainless steel, then this is the area for you. I really like that vibe. I went to a place on the beach today which was, again, that sterile kind of modern thing, and it's just not my thing. I like to go somewhere where it's interesting, and that's what North Fremantle's got in droves, as well as good food and good coffee. Pity about the bike parking, but the thing is, people are generally so relaxed about it over here, you generally can just stick your bike anywhere and no one's going to make a big fuss about it, which is a really nice change to New South Wales.